So now I have to keep the pits open so that they can breathe. I have wiped them with as warm water as I can get at 4:06 a.m. just to wipe out anything clinging around, just to be cleanly. And that tends to help control the temperature as well. Whatever's sticking to the outside is making it hard to keep me warm. So I wipe it out with just water. I don't want to add any chemicals to the system. They're just going to cling around and absorb moisture, which is what I'm trying to avoid. I have powder, but that's a pain in the ass. And messy. So now I gotta wait till my underarms stop feeling like sources of cold, because they feel like they've got ice packs in them. And then now that most of the temperature control is from the inside of the body, not the outside, and it will stabilize better. And now is probably a good time to throw on a sweater. Hopefully everything's breathed well enough. And now we can start the real stabilization process. Sometimes it helps to put the hood up. I don't know if I'm ready for that much temperature change yet. And all the crazy shit bouncing around in my head. Just to, what's it for? I don't know, but it takes a lot of focus to do it all. Because there's so much I want to get out of my head. That's what the journal and the camera is about. It's probably also about what friends are about. It's like, yep, been through that, man. Definitely sucks. Do what you can to fight it. I don't know, does the thought that someone else has suffered more than you help? No. Yes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to get the blepharitis out. Yeah, it's really sad. The pain is really the best way to get the blepharitis out. I really fucking hate that. So that's me not verbalizing the painful memories. Okay. This is also me trying to sleep, apparently. Just keep the eyes closed. Now, sometimes what happens is it'll just all crust over on my eyelids and eyelashes. So this is another technique for battling blepharitis. Sounds like such a demonic name. Yep, I blinked open an eye. I shouldn't have done that. The temperature difference was noticeable. So that means my eyes are too hot or the atmosphere is too cold. I don't know. I'm guessing it's that the eyes are hot and that the blepharitis is the best way of getting that heat out of the system. The pressure. I do feel like I could sleep. If only I could breathe. So I may as well sit up straight. Now I'm curious as to how the energy is working on the camera and if it's still recording, because I can't see. That's by choice. I think the temperature difference is what's helping. I can't believe they're that sensitive. Hello world. It is still recording. Amazing. Okay. So the next step is to hydrate with the apple cider, which is watered down. Might get another one here. That's my fucked up jaw trying to cramp out on me. It was trying to pull itself inward. I don't want that. Apple cider. So now my lips are a little sticky. I'm assuming from the sugar in the coffee, both the powdered version, which helps me breathe, because with this, I think I also noticed a sensation when I poured the powder into the glass. Just the puff of the dust, and that's just... it's too much detail to be thinking about. Just keep breathing. Oh, enough I talked about the neighborhood. I had Wonder Wanda over earlier. Just having a fantastic time. Watching our kid shows from the 1960s. And just, wow, some of this is really cool. You know, the chitter chatter you get nowadays is just so much crap. And you're kind of surprised at the content of the cartoons of the 60s. And I grew up watching reruns of it. And she's got 30 years on me, so she was TV watching age at that time. I mean, she's old enough to maybe have watched them when they first came out, but they probably weren't published. These are, well, the cartoons probably were. The Japanese kids shows were not. I'm pretty sure those were new to America when I was growing up. Maybe not. But we enjoy it. It's just, oh, why are they blowing up this monster this time? Come on, leave him alone. It's like, alright, that monster deserved it. He's like just blowing shit up. I don't know why he popped out of the ground. You know, and we'll smack talk it. You know, and she's working on a few herself. Oh, and I can't remember what I wrote down. I said, you know what, I want to remember that one, so I'm going to write that one down in my journal. So let's look that one up. So working on the posture gets all your organs to shift around a lot. It's like, well, we don't really need all this gas buildup anymore, so it's really disgusting. Well, that was something my dad did a lot too. Yeah. The contrast of the screen against a black background is actually preferable to having the white screen with a white background. Because on the screen I also see the reflection of the lamp reflecting off the wall. and that's too much contrast. So now I gotta turn off the frickin' light, and you guys aren't gonna be able to see me. So okay, so it's a good point to end, because you've suffered through enough. If you made it to the end, here's your gift. Here's your prize, your reward. 2017122 2017, December 22nd. A watched plot never thickens. And that was just, if you're looking for a plot, you're not going to see one. That's what he's saying. Because it's just entertainment. And that was from a Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends episode. I just wrote Rocky and Bullwinkle. This is also practice for my speaking ability. Just like typing is a test of my skills of both seeing the keyboard and seeing it correctly. Communicating to the finger, okay, is to the left of that one. I go to the right of that one. No, that's 2 keys over. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. A watch plot never thickens. Yeah, don't pay attention to the plot. Read the message and get on with your life. And scratching myself like a damn monkey, that's another weird thing. Like, you know what, I got no time for etiquette. Just, that itches, I'm gonna scratch it. I don't do that with my junk. Not in public. There's a lot I don't do in public. Or on camera. So you're welcome. I don't know who can sleep with all the creepy noises of the plumbing, whether it's toilet or shower or whatever's going on. Maybe the sprinklers outside are running. Who knows? It's 4:30 a.m. on Saturday morning, December 23rd. So someone's getting an early start. And it's causing heat to expand the pipes and the wood in the walls. So you're hearing a building creak. And it doesn't make me wonder why they are now pretty much mandatorily making us buy earthquake insurance. Imagine a collapse of a building would qualify as earthquake. Especially if there is an actual earthquake, this is likely to go down. It's time to get the fuck out. Where would you go if you would want to go? Denmark. How would I get there? get a job. What do they want? Academia? Ooh, I like that. Medical? Well, I can give it from a different angle, but yeah. Information technology? Well, that is kind of what I did. I can give you some pointers, but I do not want to continue with that. Although, it is going to be a benefit to have that experience doing this camera thing. That's how a hero does it. And going to a brand new country. My friendly aliens on Star Trek. Because they already speak the language. That's also Star Trek. I don't even need a translator. And I have very much enjoyed learning their language. I wish I could hear it better. But, you know, those are acceptable growing pains. I'm okay with that. I'm ready. Now on my posture, I'm checking my balance, which I'm noticing a lot more putting my hands on the couch. It's like, is there some unstable element here? So there's some muscles that could use some work. They're just, if you're not using me, I'm not going to hang around much. So you got to find those muscles that are wavering. Okay, that's a different way of breathing. Belly breathing while trying to keep the shoulders back and chest up. I think I need to work on those muscles. And that is where the tube goes in. My 28-year-old tube. Do I really have that much more blepharitis to get out? See, that's me noticing that I'm going dark. I'm like, I don't need to go that way. Okay. Yeah, I need to stop the chest breathing. It's almost like two different sets of lungs. Stop using the lungs and use the belly. Because that forces the lungs to go down. Instead of out. Normally I do this standing, holding the camera. Clearly that sucks the juice down. Trying to get the three-dimensional stuff. Oh, oh, oh. I ain't quite done this before. I just like to rotate it. Looks like I'm casting a spell, doesn't it? Well, it's called the third dimension. Being able to see that way. But going in and out, oh. Okay, that one's going to take a lot of effort. My fingers aren't as straight as I think they are. That's because they're not straight. I'm curving them. It's like I'm casting a spell. Okay, this is more like stoner ballet now. Okay. It's a lot of muscle flexing in the hands. And that's good. See, the stretching is in addition to trying to belly breathe and not chest breathe. Focus. Use the force, fence walker. So your part in making it a standard position is being active in that standard position. It's the chest breathe. And it just takes so much focus to figure out what the fuck is going on in my body. So this is Fence Walker Stoner Yoga here. Because a watched plot never thickens. It's kind of complicated thought process. So maybe it's that the adults are laughing and the kids hear the adults laughing, which is funny. Not the cartoon, that the adults get to laugh. Oh, that's really cool. What are you watching? Oh, cartoon, huh? This shit isn't really funny to a kid. Chest breathe. So hopefully I'll be able to remember to time these out. Yeah, that really expands the belly. I can see why I've got the pot belly thing. And the barrel chest thing. Granted, there's still plenty of fat hanging off of it. But I do not walk normal. I don't even sit normal. See, that's me releasing all that unnecessary gas. Just breathe normally. That's not enough air for me. So, it's either I'm not getting enough oxygen, or something's... Ooh, here's... I can't believe I'm going to put this on camera. A really creepy, nightmarish thing is that... What if there's like some kind of bacteria, fungus, that is foreign to my body, that is competing with me for my oxygen? And there are some times, like when I use the NyQuil, where I can actually breathe. And it feels like I'm getting all the oxygen. But the majority of the time, I am not. That's the yawning, obviously. Now I'm going to store this in my chest for as long as I need it. It's like a whale coming up for oxygen and then being able to go down for a really long time. And now it kind of belches out while I'm belly breathing. And I have no idea how accurate this is. This is my imagination. Don't take it for anything more than that. I don't believe that aliens are jizzing in my nostrils. But it would make a really gross fairy tale interpretation of how things feel. That's how I read it. It's me not sleeping. But yeah, that barrel chest kid don't sleep much, does he? Nope. I never heard anyone say that. I'm projecting my current self into the past and looking at that and going, that isn't normal. You get thick-skinned about it. Sometimes too much so. I think all people who have listened to me would agree. So I guess explaining the astrophysics to the cosmology crowd will be the getting off my chest, similar to all my hero crap that's going out to my heroes. So far, the only one that I know that's watched any of these is Julie. The single ones I've published, specifically, people have watched once. That's fine. It got to my intended audience. And I start to lean forward. Why is that? It's because I'm tired and I want to go to sleep. I'm going to lurch forward until I'm laying on something. That's me falling asleep. But I can't fall asleep. Here's another one. And another. And some more. I guess I'm tired. So it's not quite watered down enough. I'm going to go fill this with water. I believe this started with a really cool day with Wanda. And the Bullwinkle thing. I'm so glad she enjoys these shows with me. I think she takes them a little too seriously, though. She's got her hand over her mouth going, and it's like, Wanda, it's actors, okay? But she's relating to it that way. Okay, now some of the belly swelling went down on that one. So it's not that there's so much excess fluid in the belly as there is gas. And I mean outside the intestines. And that has to be burped out. Literally. So if this is going to be my normal, or as close to it as I can get, I have to do this normally. I have to maintain this. And when I get up to do something, I'm going to forget. When I pay attention to something else, I'm going to start leaning forward, and it's all going to go to shit again. Okay, there was a chest breathe. I was leaning forward after that chest breathe. Okay, that's a noticeable thing too. Okay, almost started leaning forward there again. Just gonna see what I want to do up here. Chest breathe. Yep. Let's try to make the ass a little bit more comfy here. Okay, I have completely lost. Okay, that does put the legs in a slightly different position. I'm now chopping off my eyes out of this. Not that you can really see them. And the dog is barking. Yep. 4:55 a.m. What was it? December 23rd? Yeah. So that was yesterday's journal entry. Enter. Oh, I was losing my posture there. Okay. So this will be like being aware that I'm getting sad. Oh, there we go. Try to keep myself in that frame. That'll keep my back straight. So recognizing the blepharitis thing is going the sad route. Try to take a better route. I can do that with my posture. Ooh. My superpowers are increasing. Okay. So how much can I focus on being erect like this? Okay. 201712223. Okay, it hurt the eyes to go to the TV screen, and it's hurting to look at this, so I might actually have to turn this away. Okay, so now I can't see myself there. I won't be distracted by the camera. How long can I maintain this posture is what I've written. I believe that's what I said on camera there. Okay, I'm still looking at the camera sometimes. I'm looking at the lens, not the screen. Okay, how long can I maintain this posture? I'll try to look at the screen that's turned around instead of the camera. Not look at the camera at all. How about that? How long can I maintain this posture? Oh, that's right. I was working the 3D stuff. Oh, and the posture. Okay. Oh. Rapidly focusing on distant versus near. It's not that much difference. I don't know if you can tell on camera. That's why I like looking at the screen. But you know, fuck it. You're not going to see what I'm seeing. I'm looking at this in 3 dimensions. So now I'm wondering if, when I watch this again, I can remember what it's like to see in 3 dimensions. Literally recording my memory. Freezing time in watchable strips. Oh, okay. I'm kind of feeling it in my back now. I'm thinking I should relax some of that. But still try to focus on the gut. Don't use my back to do that. Use my gut to do that. There we go. The back is supposed to relax. The belly is supposed to maintain your posture. You need to write that one down. But it's on camera. The back needs to relax. The belly needs to stay stabilized. Needs to stabilize, no D, that's where I got lost. Stabilize the posture. Yeah. See, the back is sore now. So now that I'm relaxing, I have to focus it all on the belly, which is really what I should be doing in the first place. Don't look at the camera. I've been writing these down, and now I'm putting it on camera. Because frankly, some of it's just too quick for me to get on in the journal. See, it's still difficult for me to speak. Got to keep the stay on the right track, and still breathe. Keep the posture with the belly, not the back, and get some fluid with some vitamin C. 70% of my daily recommended whatever. Now, sodium is useful for stabilizing the water in the system. But I rarely like salt on anything because sodium is in everything. You know, the off-brand soup I had recently was noticeably different. They used too much sodium. Frankly, everybody does, but some use less. Kind of dream mode there. Thinking, that's not worth putting on camera. So forget about it. That's the wispy jar. It wasn't terribly gross, it's just not entertaining. Weird stoner crazy ideas that aren't terribly amusing. Just, I don't know why I'm thinking about that. So, wispy jar. Okay. Back needs to relax. Belly needs to stabilize the posture. The journal is for me. You need to focus on this stuff. This is my self-analysis, diagnosis, treatment. Just all three of those words mashed together, constantly changing too. Okay, the fluids may be prepared to remove some of the garbage from my system. Too much information. I have to know that the camera's still running. It is. One of the stoner not the right word. Damaged? I don't want to use that. Temperature control deficient aspect. I think some of my engineers can help. Or alien goo. The thought before the alien goo interruption was, see, I'm getting better at this, the engineering, the pressure, temperature stabilization process. Get to work with the medical community, see about stabilizing my body temperature, and that could be useful for spacesuits. So we could get, some expert advice on doing that. How do they maintain the temperature? How do I maintain my temperature? And who knows who has something to say about this posture and breathing, the chest versus belly breathing. I wonder if I can do both at the same time. I can do it without expanding the chest. That's a normal breath. Is both. How did they get separated? That's some serious mind control. a lot of focus to do without talking. Because talking needs the chest breathing. Body needs the belly breathing. Maybe. Again, this is just my interpretation. Some of the twitching is self-editing. It's like, no, that's not the right word. Alright, this will also make sure that I can verify I am speaking clearly or not. Because I hear what I'm trying to say, I'm not sure it quite makes it out my mouth. Which is going to be very difficult when I'm trying to speak Danish. Jeg snakker dansk. My tongue has to be different. Jeg snakker dansk. I don't know how nasal that sounded. Okay, I was leaning forward again. What happened? Okay. Maybe not so much the belly as the sides. Use the belly like it's a lung and expand it sideways and forward. I don't expand it sideways, I only expand it forward. Relax the back. Let the stomach do it. Okay, that means I can lean back. Okay. Let the stomach do it. Another disturbing thing you might want to skip over. Not terribly. It's just kind of weird, gross body shape thing. With the barrel chest, you got the belly that has the overhang. It's really disgusting. And when it's the season to wear a sweater, it's best to have it tucked in, but sometimes that's uncomfortable. So when it's not tucked in, it flaps out into the open breeze, which is like strapping an ice belt underneath your belly button, just a little bit further down, the waistline. And it's just, reminds me how gross I am. And it's just such a temperature difference. And that was one of the medicated thoughts I was having earlier before the camera came on. Was that, relax the back. Breathe both ways. All three ways. Belly forward and back, and left and right. That's two different ways. and the chest. So what did I remember being a kid? Why do I hike up my pants so high? It's to avoid that. It's really uncomfortable, frankly kind of gross. Just figured I'm just fat. No, I'm also misshapen. So that's why I hiked up my pants and tucked the sleeves into my armpits. Not relaxing the back. Expand it sideways also. Let's not be picking my nose on camera. How did they get separated? Not just the belly from the chest, but the belly forward and back from the sides. It seemed to take effort to hold that position. Because I'm so tired, I do the minimal thing. Which is an engineering thing. You know, you don't need all this garbage, just do the minimal thing. Sadly, when you build with the minimal materials, you wind up with a minimal product. How's a kid supposed to know that? Really tired kid. Angry kid. More blepharitis, really? I'm just going to get up and walk around. I'm not going to move the camera around. It just takes up too much energy for the camera. Arch your feet, watch the 3 dimensions, relax the back, let the belly do the work. Okay, lift that up so I can look forward like a normal human being and realize, in the darkness, because you gotta work those fucking irises. Not walking normally, but I'm not breathing normally. This is Brain Damage Stoner Yoga, starring Fence Walker. focus on at the same time. Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is my fence walker challenge apparently. See if you can maintain a 3D image that's moving. Refocus from near to close without too much strain on the back, mostly on the belly. Put the chest up. Walk like a human. Ooh, let's do. Whoa, okay. That's. I have to keep my hips too close together. Let's try to do that without. Oh, that's too ape-like. Okay, I'm moving my hands, but I'm not focusing on them. Stomach, not back. Okay, oh, okay. Roll the hips forward. That's fixing the feet and hitting the hips. I think I need to take a break. Stand on the blades of my feet. How about that? Like skis. Okay. Not quite pizza. Certainly not French fries. No. It's certainly not pizza. Not even French fries. It's hell. Blades of my feet. I'm going to remember that. Relax the back. Stomach. Rolling the hips forward. Okay. Now it's like my back is relaxing on my spine. That makes sense. Sitting up straight. So now it feels like I'm sitting down. Except my hips are forward instead of back. Hips are back when I'm sitting down. Hips are forward when I'm standing. Stand on the blades, not the toes. Okay. Separating the feet a little bit. Now I'm in more proper posture. I'm almost done with that atmosphere. Might try some actual water. Like halfway again, really? I'm going to refill this with water. I'll probably barely taste it anymore, but whatever. So a nice anal retentive note about fatigue. That I just now noticed, so I'm going to journal. Okay, less typos, being standing like an actual human being. sitting, standing, whatever. Fatigue. Am I going to lift the jug of water right away, or am I dragging it to the edge before picking it up? I lifted it right away, no dragging. Save a brief realization I should not drag this like a lazy oaf, but pick it up like a man. And that's just me in the kitchen. I mean, you could put a lot of poetic prose, whatever you want, to anything. I'm picking up a jug of water, okay? And I'm putting this to a jug of water. I don't know what that's about. It's kind of nice. I don't know why I like it, but I do. And frankly, that's good enough reason. Okay. So instead of a coffee cup with the apple cider, I used the full 8-ounce glass. I drank about a third of that, filled it up full of water. So now whatever the ratio is now, so if there were 2/3 of what was original package, it's now been reduced to 1/3, I think. Maybe a half. There's 2/3 left, and then I expanded it by a third that was not juice. So whatever the math is. I drank about half of that, decided to add water to that. And now it seems to be hitting my system better. So now that I have those things on camera, I can maybe plan ahead like a free thinker and, really cut down this vitamin C stuff to where it might actually hydrate me. Not make my lips sticky. Because I don't want to go there. Let's have some more fluid. I did hear something recently that stuck, in that if you're drinking because you're thirsty, you're not drinking enough. So that just means you gotta have water all the frickin' time. And that doesn't make any sense. We're not maintaining our water very well. And it's kind of that fish reference, like the whale coming up for air, the big breath like that. Where'd it go? I lost that one. Got it out, got the beginning of it on camera. Something related to different breathing. No, it was about maintaining water. our bodies aren't maintaining water very well. That's why we keep having to replenish it. We need something better than water. I need something better than water. I'm saying this because I don't really feel alone on that. There we go. We'll say that. Otherwise, we have to go through the actually comfortable way of looking at multiple facets of personality. Where some are more likely to like take control of you when you just, I don't know, want to play a game or something. The gameplay goes, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Or the scientist that goes, wait a minute, that's not what I understand it to be. And those two are not the ones that I'm familiar with. I mean, I've always been those. I've never really separated that. Because to me, that's just me. But you can't be in gamer mode when you're doing science, because, it's like, yeah, there are rules to science, and we call them laws, but, it's all open to interpretation, just like the game rules are. It's like, well, do you add first and then double, or do you double first and then add? Well, that's really an interpretation. It doesn't say in the rules. So we made up the rule that whatever causes the most damage. And just let's be brutal about it. Let's not be pansies. You can't do that with science. At least I don't think you should. You can't just defer to someone who you think is smarter than you. If they're not explaining it to where you understand it, they are not scientists. That's my science rant. Part of it. Before taking a sip, I definitely have the belly breathing more associated with the nasal breathing, and the chest breathing with the mouth breathing, which I need to talk with. Okay. But I want all those directions to work simultaneously. Yeah, release the extra gas because you weren't sitting up straight. That's what's going through my head. I lifted right away, no dragging, save a brief realization I should not drag this like a lazy oaf, but pick it up like a man. I don't know. Yeah, that's me being wishy-washy. I don't know. What that means is don't be wishy-washy. Just pick it up like a man. taking the easy route, you get a misshapen body. There we go. Took the easy route and wound up misshapen. That's a hard lesson. I'm half asleep all the time because I can't sleep like a normal person. That's my interpretation. I wonder if I'm speaking clearly or not. I don't remember what I just said, so that's good. I got it on camera. Okay. And try to drink some more of this fluid and lay down. Stretch out this belly some. Practice the belly breathing sideways with the chest breathing. There is a lot of moisture that gets evaporated that way. Need to protect myself from that evaporation going away. Which is probably the oils. I don't know which kind of oil. Alright, let's turn this off. It is still recording. Yep.